Okay guys, I know this is kind of different. We're used to doing things in the classroom and out in the community, but because of the COVID-19 scare, we have to do our lessons online and at home. So today we're going to be talking about making mac and cheese because it's something that I know a lot of you guys can make at home and that a lot of you guys do on your own anyway. So I'm going to give you a quick recap and we're going to learn how to do that together. First and foremost, we need to wash our hands. So if you haven't already been told, you need to make sure that you're washing your hands for at least 20 seconds. That's 2 happy birthdays. So I have my fancy Bath and Body Works soap, and I'm going to wash my hands, and I'm going to count to 20. 2 nice pumps. I'm standing in front of my sink. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I'm really getting in there, getting in between, you know. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and then I'm going to rinse my hands. Make sure you're doing a really good job of getting in between your nails and in between your fingers and your wrists, okay? Turn off the water and grab my towel. Dry your hands thoroughly so we can get started. Okay, so mac and cheese. I ordered this. They only had the spirals, so whatever mac and cheese you have is fine. If you have the regular one, it's always pretty much the same basic concept. We're going to read the box together, the instructions. You can see. I'm trying to zoom in. All right, so we need to boil the water, drain the pasta, and then add our ingredients. So I have all of the ingredients here with me, and I'm going to show you in a minute. So, let's see. I'm going to try to flip the camera for you. Can't do that, so I'm going to do this way. Alright, so we have our 3 tablespoons of milk. We have our 2 tablespoons of butter. We have 6 cups of water. I have 4 in here, and I have 2 in here. No, those are the basic ingredients. I also have not opened the box yet, and inside the box you're going to find the cheese packet, okay? So we're going to hold on and continue. Okay, so I got all of our stuff now in the right place, and I'm going to go ahead and turn on the stove. Okay, and you're going to add your water. So it asks for 6 cups. Make sure you measure it appropriately. That's 4 cups. And this is 2 more. I hope that clicking sound stops soon, sorry. Okay, so you're gonna let the water boil, and after it boils, we're gonna start adding our ingredients. So we're gonna wait for that to boil. Hey guys, just really quick. When you're making pasta, you always want to salt the water a little bit, but you only want to salt it when the water gets to a boil. So when the water starts to boil, you add just a little bit of salt. Okay? And then it's going to kind of slow down the boiling, and you're going to wait for the water to boil even heavier, and then we'll add our pasta. Alright, as you can see, the water is now boiling, so we're going to go ahead and add our pasta. See? Bring it over. Okay, and you want to stir the pasta, make sure it doesn't stick and that everything is getting touched by the water, and so it cooks thoroughly. Keep in mind, guys, as you're stirring your mac and cheese, it's going to take about 6 to 8 minutes, okay? So you're going to have to be a little patient. You're going to have to keep stirring, checking your noodles, picking them up, looking to see if they're still hard or if they're undercooked. So just, you know, give yourself something to listen to, or maybe someone around to talk to while you're making this, because it might get a little boring. You're sitting around here stirring stuff. But just keep in mind, it's going to take a few minutes for the pasta to boil before you can start draining it and adding your ingredients, okay? And with that tip, I took my own advice and got my laptop and started playing some music because it was getting kind of boring stirring my mac and cheese. So I suggest you do the same. And it's almost done. I've been stirring it and looking at my noodles to check to see if they're soft or if they're still kind of hard. And I think they need a little bit more, and they'll be ready to go. All right, guys, I think my noodles are just about ready, so I'm gonna turn off the flame so you can take a look at them. Trying to find a good angle. Oh, that's my dog, don't mind him. Sorry. Okay guys, now it's time to drain the mac and cheese. So I'm gonna get that off the stove and I'm gonna show you what it looks like. So I have a colander here and I have my noodles, and I'm gonna go ahead and carefully put it away from me and into the sink, kind of close. Empty the noodles in there. Make sure I give it a good couple of shakes so I get all the liquid out, because you don't want that extra water in your noodles. You're gonna add some other liquid in a minute. So give it a good couple of shakes, and when you feel like you got most of the liquid out, you can go ahead and take that and put it right back into your pot. Okay? Leave that in the sink, put this back on the fire. Okay, now is the fun part. We're gonna go ahead and add all of our ingredients. So, get your liquid, your 3 tablespoons of milk, pour it in. Your 2 tablespoons of butter. I emptied the cheese packet into a little glass container where you can go ahead and put that into. And if you're dairy, and if you're like some people who don't just like the box mac and cheese, if you want to jazz it up a little bit, you can go ahead and add some regular shredded cheese. I use the Mexican 4-blend. However much cheese you want to put in there, it's really up to you. A handful, a couple of spoonfuls. I just take a little blob and throw it in there. Alright, let's not be too cheap about it. So you're going to give it a good mix until everything is nice and gooey.